Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Global News, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has warned that intelligence data indicates Russia is preparing a major, large-scale strike on Ukraine. In his nightly address, Zelenskyy stated that Ukraine's defense services are responding promptly and that the Air Force and other defenders of the sky remain prepared to work around the clock. This warning follows a recent announcement from Russia declaring its intent to launch systematic strikes on targets in Kyiv. Russia also advised foreigners and diplomats to evacuate the capital. Moscow claimed this military action is in retaliation for a drone strike last week on a dormitory in the Russian-held Luhansk region, which reportedly killed 21 people. Ukraine has denied any involvement in that attack. In response to the looming threat, President Zelenskyy has called on international partners to impose further sanctions on Russia and urged them not to delay the implementation of agreements regarding air defense support. According to Al Jazeera, United States Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has warned Cuba that seeking to procure new weapons could invite a severe confrontation with the U.S. Speaking during a visit to the U.S. military base at Guantanamo Bay, Hegseth cautioned Cuba against acquiring arms capable of reaching either the base or the American homeland, asserting that no country can match U.S. military capabilities. His remarks follow reports that Cuba acquired over 300 military drones, though Cuba maintains its right to self-defense and has accused the U.S. of fabricating pretexts for aggression. This latest friction comes amidst heightened tensions under President Donald Trump, who has threatened military action in Latin America and imposed an energy blockade on Cuba. The blockade has triggered severe fuel and supply shortages, prompting criticism from the United Nations over its impact on vulnerable citizens. Meanwhile, the U.S. has ramped up its Caribbean military presence, leaving the possibility of military action on the table. According to a report by Al Jazeera, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has strongly condemned the unjustified anti-immigration violence that has swept through Belfast, Northern Ireland. The unrest erupted following a knife attack on June 8th, which left a man seriously injured and fueled intense local tensions over immigration. In the ensuing chaos, rioters torched homes and vehicles, leaving charred debris scattered across residential streets. The police service of Northern Ireland declared a critical incident as the violence escalated. Government officials and political leaders have condemned the actions of the rioters and urged calm. However, tensions remain high as anti-immigration protests have begun spreading to other major cities, including London. Local authorities are continuing to monitor the situation closely to restore order and prevent further violence in the region. In an interview airing on CBS News, Vice President J.D. Vance stated that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has certainly gotten some things wrong during his leadership, but has ultimately been a good partner to the United States. Speaking with Robert Costa, Vance emphasized that the U.S. and Israel will continue to work together. However, Vance also made it clear that where the interests of the two nations diverge, the United States will prioritize and pursue its own national interests, asserting that's how it's going to be. Hong Kong authorities have taken legal action against 2 firms and 7 individuals in connection with a catastrophic residential fire that occurred in the northern district of Tai Po last November. The blaze, which resulted in the tragic deaths of 168 people, engulfed 7 out of 8 buildings in the housing complex. According to NHK, prosecutors have filed a total of 25 charges, including manslaughter, against the defendants. Investigative authorities allege that the contractor and consultancy firm involved in renovation work failed to maintain necessary safety standards regarding construction materials and procedures. Officials stated that these lapses likely allowed the fire to spread rapidly, leading to the high casualty count. Furthermore, authorities revealed that the project was marred by significant irregularities, including the submission of false reports during the tendering process and fraudulent claims regarding the completion of required safety inspections. The case highlights ongoing concerns regarding building safety and professional accountability in large-scale renovation projects. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.